Hashtag the flat share. A 10-minute story. What would you do if your only shot at surviving in one of the most expensive cities in the world was to share a bed with a complete stranger? Not share an apartment. Not share a bathroom. A bed. That's exactly where Tiffy Moore finds herself. Broke, heartbroken, and standing in a London flat that has mushrooms growing behind the toilet, deciding whether desperation is a good enough reason to sleep in a man's bed while he sleeps in it too. Just at different hours. Tiffy is 26, tall, loud, and colorful in every sense of the word. She paints her own shoes, dyes her own hair, and once spent an entire Saturday customizing a denim jacket just to feel something. She's the kind of woman who makes a room feel alive just by walking into it. But for the past year she's been slowly disappearing. His name was Justin. And the thing about Justin is that he never hit her, never screamed at her, never did anything you could point to and say, "There, that's abuse, that's the moment." Instead he chipped away at her, piece by piece, until Tiffy wasn't quite sure what was hers anymore. Her thoughts, her choices, her confidence. When they finally broke up, she stayed in his apartment. Because she had nowhere to go. Because she told herself it wasn't really over. Because Justin, even in absence, had a way of keeping her exactly where he wanted her. Then one Thursday night he walked back in with Patricia. A real woman. A beautiful, perfectly kind woman who had no idea she was standing in the middle of someone else's wreckage. And just like that, Tiffy knew she had to get out. The problem? London rent. $400 a month is impossible in this city. Unless she finds the ad on Gumtree. Asterisk double bedroom in sunny one-bed Stockwell flat. £350 per month including bills. To share with a 27-year-old palliative care nurse who works nights and is away weekends. Only ever in the flat 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. Asterisk. It's not sharing a flat. It's sharing a bed. The same sheets, the same pillow, the same mattress, just never, ever at the same time. Her friends Gertie and Mo react exactly how you'd expect. Asterisk, you'd be sleeping with him, Tiffany. Asterisk, but Tiffy has already done the math. If she doesn't take this flat, she's either moving in with her colleague Martin, who clicks his fingers at women and talks about golf to seem older, or she crawls back to Justin's place and loses herself all over again. She calls the number. On the other end of the phone is Leon Toomey. Leon is quiet. Not shy, quiet. The kind of quiet that comes from spending every night sitting beside people who are dying, listening to their stories, carrying their pain home in the pockets of his scrubs. He works the overnight shift at a palliative care hospice, and by the time the sun comes up, he has usually heard something that makes the rest of the world feel very small. He's also completely broke. His brother Richie is in prison, wrongfully convicted, Leon is certain, and the legal fees are draining everything he has. He needs a flatmate. He needs the money. He listens to Tiffy's voicemail 3 times. It's rambling. It's a little chaotic. At one point she tells a coworker named Martin mid-message that she can't go on a cruise with a middle-aged crochet teacher. Leon texts her, asterisk, "Hi Tiffy. Would be great to meet. How is Saturday morning?" Asterisk. She replies with a kiss at the end of her message. He does not reply with a kiss. They meet. They get along. The deal is simple, they will never actually see each other. They will communicate through post-it notes left on the kitchen counter, on the fridge, on the bathroom mirror. And so begins the strangest, most quietly electric arrangement in the history of bad decisions. Tiffy moves in and immediately starts leaving notes everywhere. Asterisk Leon, I've reorganized the spice rack. I know you didn't ask. I have a problem. Asterisk. Asterisk Leon, your patient Mr. Pryor called. He wants to know if you like the scarf. He has made you another one. He says this one is more festive. I did not know what to say, asterisk. Asterisk Leon, there's leftover pasta in the fridge. It has more garlic than technically recommended for human consumption, but I stand by it. Asterisk. Leon reads each one in the early morning, just home from a night shift, still smelling of hospital antiseptic. He writes back in terse, efficient sentences that somehow manage to be funnier than he intends. Asterisk Tiffy, the scarf is acceptable. Please tell Mr. Pryor I am now the warmest person in South London. Asterisk. Asterisk Tiffy, the pasta was excellent. The garlic count was not. My patients noticed. Asterisk. Asterisk Tiffy, you reorganized the spice rack alphabetically. This is actually very helpful. I'm not telling you that in person because I feel it would encourage you. Asterisk. Something is happening in the space between their words. In the indent of his handwriting. In the coffee cup he always leaves slightly to the left of the sink. In the way she notices, every single day, which of his trainers are by the door, The running ones mean he had a good night, the regular ones mean it was bad. She starts to know him without ever having seen him. He starts to know her the same way. But Tiffy's past doesn't let go so easily. Justin reappears. He always does. A message here, a run in there. He has this particular gift. The gift of making her feel like the crazy one, the emotional one, the one who can't let go. And the worst part is that even now, even knowing all of it, some small broken part of her still wonders if he's right. Leon, reading between the lines of her notes, starts to notice. He doesn't pry. He doesn't push. But one day he leaves a note that says simply, "Tiffy, you don't owe anyone a version of yourself that makes them comfortable." She sits with that for a long time. Then comes the night they accidentally meet. It's not supposed to happen. Tiffy comes home early. Leon's shift ends late. They collide in the hallway, and then stand there, two strangers who somehow already know each other completely, staring at each other in the dim light of a flat they've been sharing for months. He looks exactly like his Facebook photo. Gangly. Lopsided smile. She looks nothing like what he imagined, which was, he realizes, somehow better. They stand in the hallway for a moment that lasts much longer than a moment. And then she drops her bag and laughs. He blinks. She keeps laughing. And then, slowly, carefully, Leon Toomey smiles. What follows is not fast. It is not a sweep-you-off-your-feet Hollywood romance. It is slow and hesitant and real, the way things are when two broken people try to be careful with each other. Tiffy is still working through what Justin did to her. She's in therapy now, slowly reclaiming the pieces of herself she handed over so quietly she didn't even notice they were gone. Leon is fighting for his brother. He's exhausted. He carries grief to work every night and brings it home every morning and doesn't always have words for what it costs him. But they keep choosing each other. In small ways, in big ways, in the way he shows up when she needs him and the way she sees him, really sees him, when no one else does. The case for Richie finally moves. New evidence surfaces. The conviction gets overturned. Leon stands outside the prison gates and watches his brother walk free, and for a moment everything that has been tight and locked inside his chest just releases. He calls Tiffy first. There's a scene near the end, a hotel room, a quiet night, and Leon looking at Tiffy like she's something he can't quite believe he gets to keep. He asks her something. She doesn't answer out loud. She reaches for the hotel stationery on the nightstand and writes, "Yes. I would love to marry you, *." She tucks it in his shirt pocket. He pulls her close. She says, "You smell like home." He says, *, "You are home. The bed, the flat. It was never home until you were there, Tiffy. *. Two people. One bed. Two schedules. 100 post-it notes. And the quietest, most unexpected love story, built not on grand gestures, but on garlic pasta and knitted scarves and a man who left notes on a bathroom mirror for a woman he'd never met, until one day finally he did. The end.